What was your thinking behind Controller? What were you hoping to give to us?
Controller specifically was really to fine-tune and leverage your undergrad coursework in financial accounting, managerial accounting, and some of your finance courses. Did you feel as though it worked for you in terms of fine-tuning and leveraging your undergrad coursework?
The course was really helpful to be the first financial course that we took because it was such a great overview of terms. Going into the next two financial courses, we relied heavily on what we had learned from that first Controller course. Controller laid the foundation, and then Analyzer was a little bit more in depth into the finance, and then the Investor was pretty heavy into financial investments, etc.
And that was purposeful in terms of having that quantitative base secure before going on to any of the other core classes and, of course, your electives. So I'm just curious, what was your thinking to make the decision to join us for the MBAI program?
I felt like I had a lot of really solid managerial experience and background to bring to the table. So I felt that a year program was both academic and fiscally the best option for me.
Were you nervous about going into that first core class?
I've been out of school for 5 years. You go from working and sure you have deadlines, etc., but it's a completely different world. So it was a bit of a struggle, but we fell into step pretty quick.
Did you feel as though, specifically in the Controller module, that you were able to get up and running in a short period of time?
Yeah, they chose the word intensive for a good reason, but it was absolutely doable. Mm-hmm. I think that the coursework was right on par with what you should expect from an MBA program. I think we all did just fine.
You said that we got into STEP quickly. It sounds like a group experience.
When you're in the same classroom with such a small group of people, we only had 14 people in our cohort. So you're in the same classroom from 9 to 4, 4 to 5 days a week for 3 months. You have no choice but to get very close with these people. There's a lot of group projects, of course, as most MBA courses are. So you rely on each other. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. So you figure out pretty quick who's good at accounting, who just spent the last 5+ years doing accounting work, who is really good at, maybe HR components that have to do with another course or something. And everyone is really helpful. It's not competitive. It's more of almost a family. We want everyone to succeed.
You had a list that was called Know Before You Go. For controllers specifically, what advice would you give to students before starting?
Use the list. Absolutely spend time to go through that Know Before You Go packet. My recommendation is choose the area that you're least comfortable with and start there. If there's something that you think you need a little bit more information on, I would email you. All the faculty seemed very open to communication outside of the coursework and even before we started the program. I mean, I was receiving emails from other professors as well. Hey, this is what we're going to be doing. Let me know if you have any questions. So right from the get-go, I felt like I had access to the professors to ask questions. So understanding what was going to be taught in Controller and what we should be brushing up on via that information packet was very helpful.
With all the economic upheaval right now, we do try to have it linked to the real world. How well do you feel prepared as you are going to be one of the next leaders of getting us out of this crisis?
So I feel like the professors at USF have really changed tactics. They aren't sticking to their same lectures. They're really paying attention to what's going on in the marketplace, what's going on with our economy. We discuss it quite a bit extensively in all my courses. Everything from my marketing class to ethics to the international business class I'm in. So it's a big topic of conversation, walking through what's going on and understanding how that's going to affect us when we go to look for jobs in May, June is really helpful. It makes me feel like I'm prepared to go out into the workforce, to go out on an interview and to intelligently speak to what's going on in the economy. Those first 3 months of the core courses or modules, as you guys called them, we had some really great professors. Obviously, yourself, we really enjoyed, and I say this very honestly, not because you're sitting here, but you were the most entertaining accounting teacher I've ever had. So we felt that the line of communication was always open. I mean, I had cell phone numbers, personal emails. If you need me, call us. Answering questions on a Sunday night before a test. It was really nice to know that the faculty was rooting for us. They wanted us to succeed. They cared about our level of learning. They cared how we were managing the course load. They cared about what we were learning and that we were going to be able to finish the program, get into the electives. So we felt very supported the entire time.